Thanks for joining us for an episode of the Roy Rogers television show starring Roy Rogers and Dale Evans Rogers. Roy Rogers was a wonderful kid's star. He personified everything that a kid would just love about a Western cowboy star. And Dale Evans was just fantastic to be with him in his show. They made a great team all through their lives.
The Roy Rogers Show, starring Roy Rogers, King of the Cowboys, Trigger, his golden palomino, and Dale Evans, Queen of the West, with Pat Brady, his comical sidekick, and Roy's wonder dog, Bullet.
Thanks, Dale.
Hi, Roy.
Oh, Dale, Pat. I just stopped by Tom Wyman's place. He's been shot.
I know. The doctor says he has a good chance of recovery.
Does anyone know who did it?
Well, I don't even think the sheriff knows yet.
Well, it won't hurt to ask him.
Wait a minute, Roy. Reverend Osgood is expecting you at the meeting. What'll I tell him?
Well, tell him I'll be there if I can possibly make it.
All right. We'll have to hurry, Pat.
Oh, there's plenty of time. Just feel that muscle.
I felt it 10 minutes ago. Come on.
Well, gee whiz, with all that exercise I've been doing to keep myself strong, fellow's got to have some encouragement. Don't give me that no-savvy stuff. You must have some idea where he went. Howdy, I'll be with you in a minute. Now, you listen to me. This is Sheriff Blodgett. I want Roy Rogers, and I want him now. Oh, never mind. I found him. I was talking to your cook. I've been trying to get a hold of you.
Well, who shot Tom Wyman?
Well, 3 men, according to his boy. Tom caught him rustling a string of his horses, and they opened fire. That was about dawn this morning. Have a cup of coffee, Roy. It'll float a horseshoe.
No, thanks, Sheriff. That coffee of yours is too thick to drink and too wet to plow.
Oh, now, it ain't that bad, Roy.
Say, did Tom's boy get a good look at him?
No. He said when he saw him, he was galloping over the hills. But, you know, I've got a hunch it's that same gang that's been raiding those ranchers up north. So I put in a call to the sheriff at Soda Springs to check on it.
Well, if you find out anything, I'll be over at the meeting.
All right. Oh, say, Roy, that box come for Pat while he was gone, and they left it here.
Well, I'll put it in Nellie Bell.
It bowed my legs, too. What do you suppose is in it?
Well, from the weight of it, I'd say it was an anvil. See you later, Sheriff.
So long, Roy. Ooh.
Well, flap my ears if it ain't Roy Rogers.
Well, Bo Turner, what are you doing in town all slicked up?
Oh, me and Gidlong, we come to the meeting. Ain't heard the good word for a month of Sundays.
Well, you're not going to hear it now if we don't hurry.
Well, just wait till I get Gidlong tied up here. I'll be with you. Come here. Come on. Huh?
Go on to meeting. Every place in town is closed tighter than a drum on account of that meeting.
Meeting or no meeting, we better get some grub for Vic or he's going to be sore. Hey, come here. That's old Lode Turner's donkey.
Who's Lode Turner?
That prospect I met a while back. Friend of Roy Rogers.
What? You take the sack and sneak in that side door. I'll wait for you.
You know, there ain't nothing more edifying than a good sermon.
There certainly isn't.
Puts you right with the world the rest of the week.
Roy, I think I'll go over to the doctor's and see how Tom Wyman is. I'll meet you back at the cafe.
All right.
I'll go change into my work duds and open her up.
crazy old coot from the cattle chute. Yodelay-o, lay-o, lay-o. Oh. Yodelay-o, yodelay. Well, that's the way I was figuring on going.
You can't get over Smoke Hill to the North Trail. The landslide covered it up. But I know an old Indian path you can use.
Good. Them directions are sort of confusing, Roy. I think I'd better draw a map of it.
All right. Put it on the back of this menu.
Nope, I'll put it in the book. And he won't get lost.
You know, Lode, the key to the biggest treasure of them all is hidden in that book.
That's a fact. More real gold than is ever found in these here hills. A ghost!
Of Pat Brady. Come on out, Pat. We know you. Pat. Pat. What happened?
The roof fell on me.
Come on over here.
Hey, Sheriff.
Yes?
I want to ask you something.
All right.
No, look at it.
Yeah. Roy Rogers!
What's the matter? Slug, that's what happened. Me, Spencer Brady, slugged from behind.
Pat! Oh, you poor boy.
Somebody lowered the boom on me. Let's get going.
Sheriff, what's going on out back? Boy! Are you hurt?
What happened?
There were two of them. I caught one of them sneaking out of the restaurant. We better see if we can pick up their trail. See you later, Dale.
Be careful, Roy. Pat!
You're all right, Pat? Eh?
Yeah, I'm all right. Only somebody keeps turning out the lights.
Okay, Sheriff.
Ah, Dick, what's up?
Any trouble at the hideout? No, but your hombre's been gone so long, I thought I'd better find out what happened to you.
We ran into Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers? Yeah. He and the sheriff are bloodhounding on our trail. We better head to that skyline.
Hey, Dick, wait a minute. We got to get back to town.
To town? You eager for a rope necktie?
No, we got to get a book.
A book? Now I know you're loco.
It's not an ordinary book. It's got the key to a hidden treasure in it.
What are you talking about?
Floyd saw Lode Turner drawing a map in it. And he told Rogers there was more gold there than in any strike that had ever been made.
Well, if it's that good, it might be worth a chance. Is Rogers headed up this road?
If he's tracking us, he is.
And we didn't stop to wipe out our tracks. We better follow the dry wash back to town, otherwise he might bump right into Rogers.
And that's something I ain't hankering to do. give me a hand with this load, will you? Load? Get it? Not that I couldn't handle it myself, but I don't want to hurt my head.
You aiming to carry it on your head?
Quit arguing, grab the other end. What do you got in here? Bricks? I'll show you as soon as we get it over here.
Who uses these things, Pat?
Well, me, of course.
What tarnation are them things, Pat?
Well, come here, Load. Help me assemble this thing, will you? Put the big one on first and then graduate them down.
Yeah, quite heavy, all right.
Pat, don't you think you're overdoing this a little?
Well, I'm tired of being pushed around. Before I'm through, I'm going to show a couple of fellas in this here town a big surprise. And this here book guarantees you to look just like that in 20 easy lessons. Well, shucks, I've only been at it for 3 days on that stuff over there, and already my biceps are a-bulging.
You're aiming to lift this bar, you'll have to grow a new pair of arms.
Well, Load, you don't lift all the weights at once. You sort of start with 2 and work up to them, like lifting a calf every day until it grows into a cow.
Pat, instead of juggling those things, why don't you try juggling a couple of plates? Poor Load here's hungry.
All I need is a little salt, and I'll start chewing my tongue.
Pat!
There it is, just where Load left it.
Who was that?
Must have been some fella looking in, hoping you're open for business.
I wish it was that fella that slugged me. I'd take him apart with my bare hands.
Pat, be careful now.
Oh, don't worry, Dan.
Pat Brady!
Well, there's a few dishes we won't have to wash. Or, I mean, I won't have to wash. Which way are we heading? We better not go back to the hideout. Wait. The trail is here.
Which makes the hideout the safest place we could find.
I could have swore I left it right here on the counter.
Oh, I can't imagine. What in the world could have happened to it, Load? Well, hello, Roy.
Hi, Dale.
Did you catch the outlaws?
No, but it was the Castle gang, all right. There were 3 of them. We trailed them back to town.
They haven't been here again, have they?
Someone did come in.
My good book's missing.
Listen.
I'll bet them crooks took it.
Nonsense.
Well, nothing else is gone, not since they pinched the cash in their grub.
Now, what in tarnation would they want with my good book?
Maybe they needed some reading matter.
This has got me dumbfounded.
We better do some more checking, Sheriff.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Funny.
Did you find the key to hidden treasure yet?
Oh, shut up and get back the window.
What you getting excited about? We covered up the tracks, didn't we?
Maybe and maybe not. I don't put nothing past a guy like Rogers.
The map don't tell us nothing. Just a lot of wiggly lines.
Take us a whole year to get through this book.
But how are we going to find the key?
I'll tell you how.
We'll bring Lode Turner here and make him find it for us.
That's a good idea. Why didn't you think of that before? Which way are we going to take?
Maybe Rogers will be coming up the dry wash.
He might be coming up the back road.
Well, let him. We'll take the shortcut over the hill.
Well, there's no sign of him back on the road.
No, looks like they used a brush drag to wipe out their trail.
Well, ain't that just fine and dandy?
Hey, Bullet's found something. Good boy, Bullet.
Don't tell him it's nothing but a prairie dog.
No, the tracks are here. And they're heading towards the hills.
What is it, Roy? What's the matter?
They're going back to town. Must be something mighty important back there to make them take a chance like that.
Hey, Vic, ain't you ashamed of yourself stealing the donkey's dinner?
When Lode comes to see how his donkey's enjoying his dinner, finds it's been stolen, he's going to follow that scattered hay right into here. And all we do is grab him. Grab a hold of this, Hank. And pull it. Hey. Hey, that's all right. It's like pulling taffy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dale,
Roy, Lode's disappeared.
Yeah, them crooks kidnapped him. They what?
why would anyone want to kidnap Lode?
If they wanted somebody to read the good book to him, why didn't they take the parson?
All I know is he went out to see Get Along.
And we found evidence of someone being dragged out through the back door of the shed.
And 3 sets of boot tracks heading towards...
Don't tell me, I know. Back the way we came. Roy, I've got some business to attend to at the jail.
All right, I'll go ahead and you can catch up with me.
I'm going with you, Sherry.
Yeah, not without me and Nellie Bell.
He ain't come to yet. Not if I throw any more water on him, I'll drown him.
Why'd you have to hit him so hard?
I didn't. I only tapped him. Oh, you probably gave him percussions of the brain he ain't gonna never come to.
He's got to. How are we going to find the key to the hidden treasure?
Roy Rogers said it was in the book.
All right, all right. Boy, you stay here with Lode. Me and Hank will go back and get Rogers. Pull up, Rogers. That's as far as you're going. Now get down off that horse. And do it real slow like.
Get out of the way, Trigger.
Hold it, Rogers. Drop your gun and get your hands up. Nice work, Hank. Well, you didn't know I had a card up my sleeve, did you? That card just happened to be Hank. Listen. So the sheriff's coming, huh? And your friend's with him. Well, we'll give him a little surprise party. Shut him up so he can't shout. Not like that. Put him out like you did Lode. All I want you to do is just to hit him with your fist. Like that. Yeah, Roy. Don't try anything.
We rode right into a trap, we did.
Just like a bunch of blundering tenderfeet.
How is he, Dale?
She's unconscious, but his pulse is strong.
You want me to tie her up? She's gonna persuade Rogers to tell us where we can find that key. We found the map, but we haven't found the key to the hidden treasure.
What key? I don't know what you're talking about.
You said the key to the biggest treasure of all was hidden in this here book.
Oh,
What's so funny?
nothing. Nothing at all.
Boyd heard you say the key was in the book, and you can't deny it.
I wouldn't if I could.
It's true. There is treasure in that book. The greatest treasure in the world.
You see? You want to tell you.
Real gold?
I'd say so.
Not the kind you think.
I don't care what kind it is. Dust, nuggets, or cash, I want it. And you better tell us where we can find it, or do I have to rough up your little friend here?
All right, but I'll have to show you. Untie my hands.
Oh, no. He's got a sock like a mule.
Oh, don't worry. Me and Vic will protect you.
The key is in the story of David and Goliath.
Huh?
I'll tell you what. You be Goliath.
Who's Goliath?
Well, he was the hero of the Philistines, a big man like you. And no one had ever been able to lick him in a fight.
Now we're getting someplace.
There he stood, clad in armor, shield in one hand, and a spear in the other. Well, look like a conquering hero. Hold your head up like a real hero. That's better. Now, you two fellas, come on over here. Hank, you're the captain of this great army. You stand right about there. And Floyd, you're little David. You're going to play that part. You see, Goliath had challenged David to a fight. David was just a shepherd boy, wasn't very big, so he took his slingshot, put a big stone in it, and whirled it around and around and around and let Goliath have it.
David did?
Yeah.
Now, what's the rest of the story?
Yeah, what happened?
Well, you see, David being small, he didn't...
I guess he didn't know about my biceps.
Never mind that. Get me out of this harness.
Oh.
Are you all right?
Yeah. Oh, my head.
Nice work, Roy. You might at least have waited till I could take a poke at him.
I'm sorry, Sheriff, but I didn't have time.
Thank you, Bullet. And I don't need this anymore.
What's the matter, Pat? Have you given up the idea of being a strong man?
Well, did David go around bulging his biceps when he smitted Goliath? No, sir. He just smitted him and he stayed smoked. Exercising's a lot of fun that makes you healthy, but shucks, I don't need all this stuff just to punch somebody in the nose.
Like the parson said, strength is not of the body, but of the spirit.
Yes. He who is strong in spirit, having honor and uprightness in him, shall prevail.
That's what I mean. Didn't I flatten old Floyd Newton?
You sure did, Pat.
What's this, Roy? Oh, Roy! I can't stand up. Something's wrong. Help me. Be careful. You. Oh. Whew. Thanks, Roy. Wow. I'll never lift anything heavy again as long as I live. Whew. Oh. Oh, my gosh, I'm ruined. I'll be looking at my boots for the rest of my life. Oh.
Pat.
This could be serious, Dale. Maybe we ought to call a doctor.
Yes.
Oh, you did not.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Happy trails to you till we meet again.
Thanks for joining us for an episode of Roy Rogers, the television show, starring Roy Rogers and Dale Evans Rogers. Roy and Dale made a fantastic team, whether it was on TV or whether it was in person. They're wonderful people, and they had a wonderful family. And remember, if you're looking for American-made die-cast metal Texas Tough Cap guns, there's only one place to get them, and that's at Wild West Toys. And you can shop with Wild West Toys online at www.toyguntown.com. Howdy, I'm Bob Terry.
And I'm Johnny Terry.
And welcome to another free episode of the Roy Rogers television show starring Roy Rogers.
And Dale Evans.
And Trigger.
And Buttermilk.
It's all brought to you free by Wild West Toys. And you can shop with Wild West Toys online at www.toyguntown.com. Now here comes Roy.
Sit back in your saddle and enjoy the ride.
The Roy Rogers Show, starring Roy Rogers, King of the Cowboys, Trigger, his golden palomino, and Dale Evans, Queen of the West, with Pat Brady, his comical sidekick, and Roy's wonder dog, Bullet.
All right, turn this thing around and get going. All right, throw down those guns. Drop that mailbag. All right, now get riding and don't look back.
Looks like a masked outlaw.
Yeah, and he's got the Wells Fargo pouch. Come on. He's gone.
Why, he's disappeared right into thin air.
That's funny. Do you suppose he's the Larrabee kid?
He might be.
You know, he picked up that pouch on the trail, not on the stage. The Larrabee kid makes a specialty of hijacking outlaws.
Let's ride back into town and find out.
Right.
Well, howdy, Roy, Dale.
Good morning, John. Had a little excitement, didn't you?
Yeah, Jim and Bill got held up and the pouch was taken.
Where are they?
Well, Jim got winged by one of the outlaws. Bill took him over to the doctor's office. He ought to be right back.
What was in the pouch?
I'm checking it now. Best I could figure, $2,000 or $3,000 in money and valuables. Here comes Bill now. He can tell you more about it.
How's Jim?
Well, not too bad. Doc's binding up his shoulder now. Well, we saw a masked man on the trail with the pouch, but he got away.
A masked man? Why, Jim and me were held up by two outlaws, but they weren't masked, not even with bandanas.
Just as I figured. It must have been the Larrabee kid who held up the outlaws and hijacked the pouch.
You mean to say the bandits who held us up were hijacked?
Well, it looks that way.
Served them right.
The Home Office sent us a notice about the Larrabee kid. Seems like there's a big reward out for him. Know anything about him, Roy?
Only what I've heard. He operates like a ghost. Hits, runs, and vanishes. If I hadn't have seen him today, I'd have wondered if he was alive and not a legend.
He looked like a pretty sturdy ghost to me, but I'll admit he did evaporate, and we were right on his tail. I guess I'd better be getting back to the restaurant, Roy.
I'll go with you. See you later, John.
Roy, stop by my office after a while. I want to talk to you.
All right, Sheriff.
on the desert with that gal of mine. Dancing on the desert while I sit and pine.
Hey, Roy, Dale,
Hey, what is this?
Dancing lessons. Do they have mail order lessons for a man with 2 left feet?
Oh, give me that. Is there anything wrong in dancing? I'll have you know that my teacher gave me a B+ in my last lessons, and I'm expecting my new lessons in the Wells Fargo pouch any day now.
Well, you may not get it. The pouch was stolen today.
No. You know I've been expecting it. There's somebody in this here town that's mighty jealous of me.
I think the money in the pouch is more of an inducement to the hold-up men than your dancing lessons.
Oh, you can't never tell. Money ain't everything. Being a gentleman and being able to ask a lady to trip the light fantastic, that means a lot, too.
You're pretty fantastic yourself. How about getting cleaned up around here? It's time for lunch.
Okay, Dale, but these dancing lessons sure takes a lot out of you.
Dale, I'll have a cup of coffee, then I'll go over and see what the sheriff wants.
Roy, I wouldn't ask you this favor if I weren't in the spot, but I need you as a deputy.
Anytime, Sheriff.
You know the situation. Outlaws running loose and holding up stages and messengers, and the LARRABEE kid holding them up. Both factions lined up against the law and lined up against each other. Frankly, I don't know where to begin.
It is quite a problem. We'll just have to round up both factions. It isn't going to be easy. That LARRABEE kid's slicker than a greased pig. I think I have an idea, Sheriff. Just let me know when the next shipment of money is due to go out.
All right, Roy, thanks.
Hello, Hank. Is there anything in Mineral City?
Yeah. Seems like the LARRABEE kid hijacking you caused more excitement than the holdup.
That yellow streak coyote. He cost us both a gun. Lucky we had spares stashed away. I'd rather gun him down than hold up a stage full of money.
Well, Cub, maybe it'll be made easy for you boys.
What do you mean?
Roy Rogers has been made deputy for the sole purpose of tracking down the LARRABEE kid.
Oh, so we don't count, huh?
As far as the Wells Fargo Company's concerned, you fellows are just a couple of delivery boys. They want the man who winds up with the dough.
You better watch your tongue, Hank. We don't like being hijacked any more than you do. Wait a minute. If Rogers trails the LARRABEE kid, then all we got to do is trail Rogers. Is that it?
Yeah. That's why I say it's been made easy for you.
Well, what makes you think he'll find him? You think he's a magician or something?
When it comes to trailing outlaws, he's pretty deadly. How about fixing something to eat? I'm hungry.
All right, but you better bring up some grub pretty soon. We're running short. We can't ride into town like you.
Good morning. Good morning. I'd like to insure this package for Willow Canyon, please.
Sure. How much you want insured for?
$500.
Okay. Sign there. And that'll be $5, please.
All right. Now, have any idea just about when it'll get there?
Well, let me see now. The stage goes out about 3 o'clock. Ought to get there first thing in the morning. Here's your receipt.
Thank you. Now, this is a valuable package. I want to make sure it gets there. I understand you've been held up a few times.
Anybody trying to hold up the stage this afternoon will get the surprise of his life. We got the sheriff and Roy Rogers laying for them outlaws.
Well, then it ought to be safe. Thanks again.
My dancing charts from back east come yet?
No. Been looking for 'em any day now.
Well, mustard and custard. If I don't get 'em real soon, I'll be rustier than a rain gutter.
Can't help it, Pat. We're behind schedule on account of the holdup.
Who was that character you was talking to just now?
Don't know. Customer.
Well, I got a feeling that you gave 'em too much information.
Listen, son. I've been a clerk here, man and boy, for nigh on to 30 years, and I ain't made any mistakes in judging character yet. You gigolo.
Come on in, Hank.
It's all off, fellas. They're laying for you.
What do you mean?
The sheriff and Rogers are just waiting for you to hold up the stage.
They're not going to trail it all the way into Willow Canyon, are they?
It's a trap, I'm telling you. Don't take any chances.
Scott and I'll ride out and take a look around. If the sheriff and Rogers are looking for us, we'll be able to see them.
All right, if you want to be pig-headed, go ahead and do it.
Hank, you don't seem to get the idea.
No, I don't. But two guys with your reputation...
Look, Hank, if that stage heads into Willow Canyon, the LARRABEE kid's going to be somewhere around. Scott and I'll keep our eye out for him. Now do you get it?
Yes, but you're still taking a chance.
Well, we're the ones taking the risk, not you. Come on, Cub, let's get started.
Roy, we're all set. Okay, Sheriff, let's go.
I'm going with you.
Hey, wait a minute. What about me? I want to go,
No, Pat, you got to stay here and tend to the customers.
Come on, Bullet.
Say, Jack, I got something I got to do in a hurry. Would you lock up when you leave?
Sure, Pat.
Thanks.
Remember now, if they hold you up, don't put up any fight. Just give them the pouch. We'll be over on the cutoff trail where we can see you.
All right.
There they go, Nellie Bell. But they sure ain't leaving us behind.
This is a good spot.
You take a look at that.
Oh, no. Pat's going to spoil everything, the knucklehead.
I told him to watch the restaurant.
Well, I don't think it'll make much difference. If the outlaws are going to hold up the stage, they're not going to be afraid of Pat. Let's keep going. Hey, look. Somebody's following the stage. Yeah, I reckon Hank was telling the truth.
I don't get it. Where's Rogers and the sheriff?
The LARRABEE kid shows up. We'll see him soon enough.
I think Pat spoiled the whole scheme.
Not the whole scheme, Sheriff. Part of it worked. Look, the LARRABEE kid himself. Sheriff, suppose Dale and I take after the kid, and you follow the stage.
It's a good idea. It won't be held up anyway. Not with Pat following along like a bird dog.
Where's Rogers?
I don't know, but I can tell you one thing for sure. You'll be after the LARRABEE kid, and whenever we spot Rogers, all we have to do is trail him.
Look, there's Rogers and that Evans girl. Must be after the kid.
Yeah, and they've got that mutt with them. They must be on his trail for sure.
Won't they be disappointed when they get him? And then we take him away from them.
Let's go.
Roy, look, there's a cottage.
It looks peaceful enough. Let's see who lives there. Well, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
This is Dale Evans, and I'm Roy Rogers.
How do you do? I'm Martha Crosby. Won't you come in?
Thank you.
You stay here, Bullet.
I heard you coming. I thought you were my son, Jim.
Well, you were expecting him?
Yes. He's a prospector. He usually turns up about once a month. I never know exactly when. Oh, I wish it were more often.
I wish it were, too, for your sake.
Oh, you both look tired and hungry. I'll fix you something to eat.
Oh, no, we're all right.
Oh, no, I insist. Now you sit right down and make yourself comfortable.
Well, this is sure nice of you, ma'am.
Certainly is.
What do you suppose that's all about?
I don't know. We better wait here and find out.
I reckon you're right. Rogers and that Evans girl wouldn't go in without a reason.
Go to it now, both of you. There's more where this came from.
Well, we're not eating up the pie you made for your son, are we?
Oh, no. When I bake, I bake.
My, I wish we had pie like this at the restaurant.
Riding far.
No, just around this territory.
If you happen to see my son on the trail, will you please tell him to hurry?
Be glad to. What does he look like?
Oh, I'll show you. There he is.
Hey, he's a fine-looking boy. Looks familiar, Dale.
He does at that.
I guess that's because he looks like his father, Bob Croswick.
Bob Croswick. Not the United States Marshal.
That's right. He was my husband. He was killed by a couple of outlaws. Jim never got over it.
Everybody in this part of the country knows about Bob Croswick.
He was one of the greatest lawmen in the West.
And the outlaws who killed him never were caught, were they?
No. They got clean away after taking his gun with a carved bone handle and his money. Oh, it was a beautiful gun. Handmade. Just like that rifle.
Well, those outlaws will be caught someday. The law has a way of catching up with murders.
I sure hope so. I hope it's the law, not my son. Jim swore to avenge his father's death. He's been looking for those outlaws. He never caught up with them. Oh, I don't know whether I'm glad or sorry.
Well, I guess we better be getting along, Mrs. Croswick.
Yes, and thank you for that wonderful pie.
And if we see your son Jim, we'll tell him to hurry home and get some of that pie.
Thanks. Be sure and drop by and see me again sometime.
We will, Miss Croswick.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's go down and see what they're up to. Howdy, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Well, we're on the trail of a couple of friends, a man and a gal. They had a dog with them. You seen anything of them?
Oh, yes? They were here and had a bite and just left. Come in a minute.
Thank you.
Well, did they say which way they were going?
No, but they promised to keep an eye open for my son. Why don't you sit down and have a cup of coffee, too?
We're in kind of a hurry, ma'am.
Oh, some coffee and a piece of pie won't hurt.
Okay, ma'am. We can catch up with them later.
Sit down here and I'll get coffee.
Thank you.
You pour the coffee, my wrist hurts.
Oh, sure, ma'am, sure.
Keep your hands away from your guns.
What's the idea?
I saw your gun. It's my husband's gun, Bob Croswick. You murdered him.
You're loco.
Now, wait a minute, ma'am. You've got things all wrong. My partner got that gun down on the border last fall.
I don't believe you. My son will be here any minute. I'm going to hold this gun on both of you until he gets here.
That must be the kid's hideout.
Sure, that's why he's able to disappear into thin air.
Let's go in and look around.
Hey, wait a minute. Bullet sensed something.
Somebody's coming. He's the man in the picture, all right.
He sure is. That's Mrs. Croswick's son. He just can't be the LARRABEE kid, or can he?
Well, right now it's hard to tell. He could be working at mine. His mom said he was a prospector.
I sure hope for her sake he's been telling the truth.
So do I. But we have to make sure.
How?
We're going to get inside that mine, and if he's working the claim, we'll know he's okay. But if he's using it to hide the stuff he's hijacked...
Let's watch him for a while and see what he does.
All right.
Oh, I wish my son would get here. Don't feel so good.
Watch her. Starting to get tired. The next time she'll load that rifle, rush her. Look at her. She's starting to go. All right. Now, which way do your visitors go? They're following the gal.
I don't know, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Come on, we'll trail them. Okay.
He's been in that mine long enough. Let's peek in and see what he's doing.
I sure hope he's everything his mother thinks he is.
Yeah. Come on, boys.
Looks like they're heading into mining country. Come on.
You stay here, Dale. I'm going in.
Nothing doing. I'm just as curious as you are. I'm going with you.
Okay, if you insist.
We got them trapped.
On your feet. Who are you? Well, I'm Roy Rogers, and this is Dale Evans. We tracked you here. What are you up to?
Well, just prospecting.
Listen, Jim, we know who you are. We just left your mother.
My mother?
Yes, and she's pretty worried about you.
You shouldn't leave her alone like that.
Well, I was just planning on going home tonight, but I had some things to tend to.
Like what?
I told you, prospecting.
You're not fooling anyone, Jim. This old mine's been played out for years. I think I'll have a look around.
Wait a minute. I staked out a claim here. You're on private property. You just keep your hands off of things.
Keep him covered, Dale.
This is what I call killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah, and if it's the LARRABEE kid's hideout, chances are he's got all the money there from them holdups.
And we can take care of Roy and that Evans girl at the same time.
What do you call this? Seems like your kind of prospecting was unlawful.
All right, I am the LARRABEE kid. You have no idea what the murder of my father meant to my mother. She almost died. In fact, she still isn't too well.
Roy, there's just one thing we must prevent if we can.
What's that?
Keep Mrs. Croswick from knowing her son is the LARRABEE kid. Why, would just kill her if she knew.
Jim, you say all the money you've hijacked is here?
Every penny. You see, it wasn't the money I was after. It was the outlaws that killed my father. Oh, I know it was a crazy idea. Guess I just wasn't thinking straight.
You certainly weren't. You can't take the law into your own hands. I'll tell you what let's do, Jim. We'll gather up all this loot and take it to the sheriff. He's a mighty fine and fair man. And whatever he does about it will be right.
That'll be far enough.
Drop that stuff you're carrying.
Well, this is mighty nice. So we finally caught up with the LARRABEE kid, huh? The last time you'll hijack us.
That gun, where'd you get it?
It's none of your business. But I can tell you this. It's a mighty fine shooting iron.
That's my father's six-shooter. I'd know it anywhere.
Are you sure, Jim?
I'm positive. Well, he loved that gun. It was handmade. And he wouldn't be giving it away alive.
All right. So your mother recognized it, too. But it's a little late to do anything about that now.
My mother, what did you do with her?
I got no time to answer your questions.
Why, you...
Looks like we got the rattlers that killed your father, Jim.
Got no doubts about it.
And when we take them and the loot in, maybe the sheriff will see things in a different light. Let's go.
Well, Sheriff, this consignment should be the last one.
Yeah, that's right, Roy. It all checks out even. Every penny. You know, Jim, the Wells Fargo people have a reward offered for the return of this money and valuables.
Well, I don't think the reward should be accepted under the circumstances. Eh, Jim?
That's right. Sheriff, I'm ready now to take my punishment.
Well, now, seeing as how the outlaws have been captured as well as their sidekick, and all the money has been returned, there's only one thing more I've got to be sure about.
What's that, Sheriff?
That the LARRABEE Kid is dead, too.
Sheriff, you've just seen the last of the LARRABEE Kid. He's deader than a doornail.
Well, Deputy, since the LARRABEE Kid is dead, do you see any further need for holding this man?
Not me.
Then you're free to go, Jim.
Give our best to your mother.
Yeah, she's a fine lady.
I will. Thank you, Sheriff. And to the both of you. Bye.
Bye, Jim.
Hey, what's going on anyway? I followed that cotton-picking stage till I run out of gas, and nobody held it up.
Well, you probably scared the outlaws away, Pat.
Why, yes, you did your duty right noble.
I did? Why? Anyway, I was able to pick up the new lessons on my dancing charts at Willow Canyon. Look at that.
What's a blank piece of paper?
Nothing on there at all.
That's it. That's the new dance, the elevator dance.
The elevator dance?
Yeah, no step. Get it, elevators, no step.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Happy trails to you till we meet again.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Roy Rogers Television Show, starring Roy Rogers
And Dale Evans.
and Trigger.
And Buttermilk.
You remember when you were just a small tyke and you sat in front of the television with your 6 guns, and when Roy needed your help, you were ready. Well, the only manufacturer at this time of American-made Western toy cap guns is Wild West Toys. And you can shop with Wild West Toys online at www.toyguntown.com. And if you've got kids or grandkids that love to watch Roy Rogers, arm them with some 6 guns so they can help Roy when he needs it.
Ours are the best in the West.
Die-cast metal and Texas tough. And if you feel like it, shoot us an email or comment on one of our Westerns. Thanks again. Come by and see us at toyguntown.com, and we hope to see you again on down the trail.